So this video is going to cover easy workouts and some of our progressive workouts that you will typically find on a regular basis within your plan. The first thing that we're going to talk about is an easy run, for example. And you can see here that it has specifics. We've already talked about the workout details on the bottom right-hand corner. It has planned values up in here. But now we're going to get a little bit deeper and we're going to go through some of these easier targets here. So it does have a target based off of your FTP in this case, or if you are not running with power, then it's going to have a target based off of your pace. And if you're not running off of pace, it's going to have a target based off of your heart rate. Now, all of these three things do play a big piece in these easier workouts. So let's go into this example specifically here and talk about this easy workout here. Very, very easy to see that it has a 76% of your FTP for this easy workout here. What it doesn't have is a trackable feature to track multiple things at once. This is going to be something that I or you have to do later on after you do this workout. If you can do this on the fly, then kudos to you, and that would be even better. But when you're executing this workout here at this specific target wattage output, if you are also monitoring your heart rate in addition to that, then this becomes a much more powerful workout. We should not just be targeting one thing if we have the opportunity to track 3 or 4 other metrics as well and make it a much more valuable workout here. So for example here, this 76% of our FTP for this easier workout, aside from the increased surges that we have in there, when you are tracking your heart rate, if it's going above, let's say 80 to 75% of that max heart rate, you know that you need to back things down even more. So it's not super uncommon for an athlete to have an easier week doing an easier workout and their heart rate is still high. They're still struggling to recover from the previous block. You might want to take it down even further, or just totally take the workout and just have it be a wash. It's no big deal. It is a recovery one. If it does keep happening, then that's a different conversation that we are going to have to figure out what specifically is going on. And believe it or not, a lot of this is very similar for the bike here. When you are doing your bike, keep in mind if your heart rate is exceeding, let's say 75% of your max heart rate value that you have ever seen in the last 4 or 5 months, and you need to back things down again and again and again, that something else is going on with your training or recovery that we need to address. That's why it's super smart and also really, really good for you to keep track of these numbers overall. Let's go to a progressive workout that we have, and this is one that we've introduced this year. It is a progressive aerobic workout for you. This specific one happens to be on the bike, has specific RPM targets as well. And now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it right through here in this main set 1, 2, 3. For those of you that have a little trouble seeing that, let me get one of my favorite tools out here and we're going to highlight that up here. And you can see here that these 3 values are 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes back in here. What you don't see is during our early season, this block right here will probably be a little bit longer or take more over this main set. And as we progress throughout the season, this block and also this block are going to start to expand, and then this original block that we talked about right through here is going to start to shrink down. Only if some of those metrics that we talked about earlier, only if we are able to hit those and stay within those. If we start to push the needle a little bit, start to push the envelope, and we see that your heart rate is still creeping up, and you're not able to control that, you are not ready to progress to that next level, that next phase or duration within those targets that we have up there. So that is why, just because it is an easier workout doesn't mean that it is always there, okay? That easier bike, same, very similar thing. This is a pace one that we have up here. And as you get throughout the season, these targets will change and shift. This is just a stock workout here. This isn't going to be what you're seeing on your plans. This is going to be a blanket one. You might initially see it, but over the course of that year, it is going to change. And the time that you are in some of these active duration targets, those are going to change as well. So monitor your heart rate, monitor your power, also monitor your cadence. See what's going on. It's one thing to be within these targets or areas and have, let's say, a 45 cadence, and then 5 or 6 cycles later, you're able to hold a 90 cadence over the course of the whole workout. That's big improvement even if we're not changing some of these targets themselves, okay? So it's one thing to just do the workout blindly. It's another thing to actively be tracking and paying attention to your workouts over the course of that hour or 90 minutes or however long it is. So be smart, be active, and stay focused during those easier workouts. They are very, very important, more than you know.